This is the new version 2 Spot satellite messenger. So it's a one-way messaging device for contacting your friends and family when you're way out of cell phone coverage. This video is going to be kind of more a practical use of it rather than just a promotional video, just for all the types of things you wanted to know before you bought one. Alright, so what we're going to do is just do a bit of a test of the Spot, just to see how long it takes to actually send the message. Now obviously we're in service and we're going to be able to see the results pretty quickly, but the idea would be is if you didn't know that you got this message, this is how long it takes for your recipients to get the message. So in this case we're going to send an I'm OK message. Alright, so hold the OK button until it starts flashing. Alright, and I'll start the stopwatch. Okay, so you see the GPS lights flashing now, so it does have a good fix, and I believe it'll start to send it straight away as soon as it's got a fix. Now the thing is with the Spot, because you get no confirmation that the message is actually sent, it does try sending it for quite some time, like 15 minutes or something, to make sure that a satellite goes overhead and gets your message and gets it relayed. So it will send it, I think, 4 times for an OK message in a 15-minute window to make sure that it gets there. So it's been 1 minute now. Okay, sorry. The message sending light, or the start of the queue flashing light, is now flashing. So it's trying to send out. Cool, so we've got our message. So it took literally 1 minute and 15 seconds. I'll just go through the buttons, but also just 1 or 2 little things I've noticed. So that we've been through the on and off button, and the OK button. There's another 2 or 3 more that are of interest. See the little speech bubble here? It's called custom message. So before you go, just like with any of the messages, you can set that to be a custom message, like I've made it to the top, or I'm broken down, or anything that you wanted to write in free text, so that you can send that. That's kind of, it's unique to what you're doing for that trip, not just an I'm OK or I need help or SOS. I'll just also show you underneath these covers. So you can see on this model they've got under the cover there's the I need help. So it's kind of like a I need non-urgent help, so almost like I've broken down or something to that effect. But under here is the SOS one. And the beauty of this is it doesn't just rely on your family and friends to send help. The SOS one actually goes to GEOS, which is like an international emergency response facility, and they coordinate anything that it takes to get you out, so helicopters, all that kind of jazz. Just one other thing I noticed is, see on the back it's got like a reflective thing. I'm not sure if it was the design, but it can be used as a mirror to attract attention, say from a helicopter or something. And you'll also notice, see there's this green stuff on these things. There's little like screw handles or little flaps that enable you to open the screws without a screwdriver. I mean, if you needed to change the batteries. But in your hand it's really annoying because they're always flapping and making noise, and especially if it's in your car, the last thing you want is another rattle. So I just blue tack those down to stop that noise. I'll run through some of the costs of the Spot too. So the actual unit itself costs somewhere in the vicinity of $250. I bought mine from Roaming Technologies in South Australia, and they've got an online store. They were really helpful in the pre-ordering and all that kind of jazz. The ongoing costs, I think it costs roughly $150 US per year to have the service activated, and I'm pretty sure that includes all your SMSs and that type of stuff. And you notice we've got the footstep button, so that's a tracking button. So every 10 minutes it tries to send out a message of your location and plots it on like a blog map or a Google Maps or something like that, to so you can track your journey and people can get a bit of a live update of where you're up to, which is kind of cool. That's another $50 or $40 US a year for that service. But another interesting one, I think in the first year it's 15 bucks, but every subsequent year it's maybe 115. Is that when you use the SOS, it goes to the GEOS thing. But when you think about it, the cost to get you recovered from somewhere are probably pretty high. So, like, I don't know what it costs to lease a helicopter for half a day. It's probably a couple of $100,000. So you can pay in the first year $15 for something like $100,000 or $500,000 of rescue insurance. So if someone's got to come get you, it costs you next to nothing. There's probably some kind of deductible, but yeah, it should cost you next to nothing. So that's pretty cheap insurance. So I opted for that. Sing it if you've got any questions about the spot. I've done a fair bit of research into it, and I hopefully I've got an answer or a real world thing. And if there's anything you want me to test or try out, I'll make my best to do it. Cool. So location, and you can see that it's got the message "I'm okay." Now those are customizable on the web page before you leave, and also the contacts that it gets sent to. So we'll just turn that off now that we know it's sent. But if you were in the middle of nowhere and you didn't have any reception, you would just assume that it hadn't and let it do its 15-minute cycle.
We've seen the text message your contacts will receive on their mobile phones, but here's an example of the email they'll receive. It's got your location, time and message, but also a link to Google Maps.